Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Chainsaw Man chapter review. Now today we have Chainsaw Man chapter 175 titled Both Hands, and well, let's just say the title means a hell of a lot for the contents of this chapter. We don't just see a lot of the Agent Devil and the potential abilities that come out of using that devil in a battle, but we also see Pochita versus Yoru. Before we get into it, I would like to ask if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you would like more Chainsaw Man content from myself, as well as other series such as the ending, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Boruto, all of that sort of stuff. If you're interested, I would appreciate you subscribing a hell of a lot. Thank you so much, and let's get right into the chapter. Starting with page 1, where of course we leave off from where we did leave off last chapter, and that is the removal of mouths thanks to essentially Pochita devouring the mouth devil. We see the reactions across the globe of that, and instantly we get into some action scenes, and as you're going to be able to tell, there is no dialogue in this chapter. Makes perfect sense. Nobody can speak, so yeah, this is completely action heavy. You basically need to read between the lines in this chapter because there is no dialogue whatsoever. We have people chasing after Pochita trying to kill him, and of course that just simply does not work. There are decapitations happening all over the place, and this man shows up with a blade as a hand, and then we get a cut back to the mirrors in the bathroom that spelled out hit twice, and that is where I think, right, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but either mirrors were spawned in this moment, or it's any sort of reflective glass at all, meaning that I believe the Agent Devil can push through either weapons or body parts or whatever it might be through reflective glass or mirrors, which it makes a lot of sense because, you know, looking in the mirror, seeing yourself age and all of that sort of thing, that all links into the Agent Devil, so that does make a lot of sense. So I believe that's what's happening here. Again, might be wrong. If you have deduced it better than me, then please do leave a comment down below telling me what I've missed and what is truly happening here, as you did help me out in the last chapter as well. But as we move forward, here we are. We have Yoru intercepting Pochita with a massive fat sword above her head, ready to slam it down on Pochita's head. Now, this of course doesn't do anything, and then we get to the next panel, which is the Agent Devil without hands. And then the next few panels we see Katana Man has no hands, also gets decapitated, by the way, and his decapitated body flies on top of Yoru, and she essentially has a decapitated Katana Man lying on top of her. She gets up, kicks his dead body, well, decapitated body, hybrids are invincible, but his decapitated body away, stands up, and she also has no hands, specifically no arms. Her blood is flying everywhere, and Pochita is standing right in front of her. She is essentially helpless in this situation. As she realises this, I believe what happens here, now these pages are genuinely very confusing to me, so again, leave a comment down below helping me out, telling me what the hell's happening here, but I believe Yoru is essentially like, oh, I'm done, I've definitely lost, I'm just going to bow down and accept defeat, I think, because this happens. She essentially goes below Pochita, right? For a second, I thought that Pochita had been sliced in half. I don't think that is the case, because in the next panel you can see his feet. Yeah, that's not true. But Yoru, again, she's on one knee, bending down. She's looking down as if to accept defeat, I'm pretty sure. And Pochita clearly doesn't do that, because Yoru's like looking up in massive shock and suspense, and the last panel is just her eyes. Now, of course, I don't know what this is meant to be pointing out. I think it's maybe trying to leave us on a little bit of a cliffhanger in terms of maybe some suspension. We obviously know these are the devil eyes, and she's got the mark on her face because this is Yoru, not Asa. However, if I am right in that this was Yoru kind of accepting defeat or whatever, and this potentially is Yoru being surprised at Chainsaw Man or Pochita not attacking and not killing her, then this may lead to Pochita's real goal and, you know, him kind of still carrying on Denji's will. Because Asa and Yoru have this weird sort of love for Denji that, you know, it's kind of bleeding into Asa and all that sort of thing. And obviously Pochita has lived within Denji this whole time, so he's seen that whole thing play out. It may be a case of Pochita doesn't want to hurt Denji's love interest. I think that might be the case here. I might be way off, but within the amount of time that Yoru is in front of Pochita here, you would think that Pochita would have enough time to completely destroy Yoru, but he doesn't even touch her. And so that makes me think that Pochita has a reason not to kill Yoru, and I believe that would be because it is Denji's love interest, and he still has the best interests for Denji in his heart. That's who he cares about the most. That's who he wants to see succeed in life. And the entire reason why he is here right now is because Denji could not fulfill that. Because Denji's contract broke, because his life has essentially hit rock bottom once again. So I truly do believe that is what's happening here. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, all of Fujimoto's chapters, all of these, these manga panels and all that, it just, he is the master at confusing people. And so I am a bit confused right now. I don't exactly know what's happening. Yes, the Denji, Pochita, Yoru, Asa thing is fascinating, but I'm also so confused about the Asian Devil and why, like, by passing through hands through this, like, mirror or glass or whatever, does that remove everybody's hands? Like, I'm so confused by that. Was it Pochita that decapitated Katana Man? Was it somebody else? I really have genuinely no idea. Like, it's all up in the air for me right now. I'm sure that if I was to spend a little more time kind of digesting the chapter and finding out what it truly was about, then I would probably come to a better conclusion, a more definitive conclusion. But all I know is that people don't have mouths. The Agent Devil is doing something that might involve sending body parts through mirrors or something like that. Pochita continued his rampage, was intercepted by Yoru, and has now ceased to defeat Yoru. He is not willing to do it, or at least he's not done it yet, but I believe that he's reluctant to do it because he knows that Yoru, aka Asa, because this is obviously Asa's body, is Denji's love interest and therefore will not kill her. Tell me what you think about that specifically down in the comments down below, as well as your thoughts on this chapter as well. We have a week's break, so we will see you back on the 3rd of September for more Chainsaw Man. I can't wait. I'm gutted to have to wait 2 weeks, to be honest. That's really frustrating, but so much to look forward to in this series. So much intrigue between, you know, Yoru and Pochita and Asa and Denji, how that whole thing works out. Obviously, technically, if you look at it right now, this is Denji versus Asa, right? Denji's body being possessed by Pochita, Asa's body being possessed by Yoru. The whole thing is so fascinating, so very interesting, and I can't wait to see how that develops, as well as eventually regurgitating the Mouth Devil, because come on, we cannot do this whole manga without dialogue. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm struggling enough without dialogue in one chapter in terms of comprehending it. Sorry, the reading comprehension devil has definitely destroyed me. But yeah, I literally just have to see the Mouth Devil regurgitated here. Like, it has to happen. If the Mouth Devil doesn't get regurgitated, this is going to be one fucking freaky weirdo manga moving forward. I wouldn't put it past Fujimoto, but at the same time, he regurgitated the Ear Devil, so he is going to regurgitate the Mouth Devil. It's just obvious. He has to. He has to. But again, tell me what I missed about the Agent Devil as well. Maybe there's something that I'm completely missing. Again, I feel a little bit clueless here, to be fair. It's quite embarrassing, but I genuinely am, like, confused to what the hell is going on here. So if you would enlighten me down in the comments, I would appreciate that a ton. I'm going to leave a couple of Chainsaw Man videos and maybe my new Jujutsu Kaisen and Hunter x Hunter news video about the ends and returns of these manga. If you would like to go and check that out, as well as the Chainsaw Man videos like I just said, I would appreciate that a lot. I'm also going to ask if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you're looking forward to more Chainsaw Man content, more reviews, more theories, more predictions, more community responses, all of that stuff, it's going to be here. If you're interested, I would appreciate you subscribing so much. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.